So as I was just saying, it's important to fill your brush and make sure there's a point on it like I've got here. Allow the brush to describe the form as you're doing it, but you need to pull it down, the colour down at the same time. Otherwise, what tends to happen, you end up with a sort of dry outline, which is not what we want. So I'm turning my brush now to describe this sort of fuller edge. And I'll, at the same time, bring the wash down on it. Possibly just putting some water on the paper at the same time so the edge doesn't dry out as you're thinking about it. And then I'm obviously aiming to get a foreshortened leaf, so it will get very quickly narrow into the top of the leaf. And then finally it'll curl over at the end, so you'll just see the front of the back of the leaf there. And then I'm just going to bring that down like that. So that's the kind of main shape of it in that position. I think while I've got this wet green on my brush, I'm going to use it for the other two leaves on either side, and just draw those in. That one goes behind that leaf, so, and it's going to be a different colour, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. I think mainly it's just to get the feeling of the sort of movement and block in the actual shape as far as possible. This one, we do sort of make an error. You can always blot it out, of course, very quickly while it's still damp. Then I'm going to just bring that down there at the back, bring it down, go back and bring that down. So there will be some more work to do on the actual shape to get it as I want it. That's not quite right, it's too long. So take it back. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave that little shape like that. And finally the one here on the other side. So that has a sense already of just folding over, and this one of curling up and coming towards me. Now I've just got the general shape there, not much more, and how it will fit onto this little stem here. The stalk itself, in fact, continues down. So I'm just suggesting that in there. Again, looking at the space between the two forms, between that and here. And now I'm going to start to build up the washes. If you note, the veins are actually light, so I've got to drop colour in and leave the veins the colour they are here. So this will be the colour of the veins. It's the lightest wash. And then I will build up the other colours over the top. So I'm going to make a start with that and see how I get on. And obviously it happens on the other side, but the veins coming this way, I think I might just take my little brush and pull some of that out. It's a bit difficult now, so I could probably do it with my, just a little bit of my paper towel. Just dab it out a bit onto here. Just creating a little sharp edge. Then when it's a bit dry, I can go back and deal with that again. And on the other side, a similar sort of treatment, consciously thinking about, where those veins are going to be. and leaving the colour underneath showing, coming up through the darker wash. It's tricky, basically, not easy. But if you just get a sense of that, what's going on, you'll be able to keep it there. Now, this colour here is going very red, so I'm just going to, while it's still damp, I'm going to actually take my brush and I'm going to pull some red into it. So I'm using the vermilion red for this because it's a good strong red and it works beautifully with the green. Just drop a bit in here and there while it's still wet. And on the other side here, there's quite a lot of it here. So and just on this very tip, I think, to bring it forward, I'm just putting the end of that tip of that leaf as it curls over in red. And I'll leave that, take it into a bit of green at the rest of the back of the leaf. So this is a bright green here. Bear in mind that I'm using 2 brushes, maybe 3 at the same time, because it helps to, at the back of this leaf here where it curls over, I'm going to put a little bit of burnt sienna where it turns over. It's going to drop some little bits, touches of burnt sienna in there. And over here, not quite dry enough at the moment, so leave it to dry a bit before I work on it any further. I think this also could be, have a little touch of burnt sienna on the very tip. Just so it really brings, you have the sense of that leaf curling over and coming towards you.